Hello and welcome to the What Do You Dream podcast. I'm Kristi with Nick.
Hello.
And yes, I did the intro today, so sorry if you missed Nick's
This
voice.
felt weird.
But Nick doesn't know what to do right now.
Now all these people have just gone, nah, it's not Nick, I give up.
Please don't.
You know
don't
what?
stop
I dig it.
What?
I dig it. Mixing things up.
Yeah, you got to keep things interesting.
Female empowerment.
Exactly.
You go girl and all that jazz.
Well,
you go girl.
On that female empowerment note, we have a dream listener. Oh, no. Listener dream.
A dream listener. You are a dream listener out there.
I promise I have had nothing to drink today. Yet. It's still,
Yeah, not even water. That's the problem.
I'm severely dehydrated. No, but we have a listener dream that has been submitted overnight. And this one comes from Peggy. So thank you, first of all, for submitting your dream.
Thanks, Peggy.
So she writes, flying is very interesting as I'm conscious that when I'm in a dream, while dreaming. Okay. So she says, I usually run to fly, but this time I biked. I know there's meaning. I do want to get out of my current situation.
Oh,
so
she's a bit of context.
Yeah, so she's obviously had dreams before where she runs to and then she flies. So she runs and takes off in flight. But this time she's on a bicycle and takes off in flight, ET style.
It's so funny that you say that because I had the exact same thought. I was like, when I read that, I was like, yo, so you mean E.T.? Like, that's the first question was, did you watch E.T.? But I guess not, because I feel like she would have said, I watched E.T.
Well, she says she's had this dream a few times, but never with a bike. She's flown a few times, but never with a bike. The bike's new.
Yeah. Well, okay, so it's funny that we were talking about very common dreams, and I think common dreams are interesting because they always kind of follow. So many people have the same dreams, which shows that human beings have a very similar base motivational system. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like we all kind of, it's more like we share anxieties, we share kind of dreams. Not saying everyone's the same, but it's that kind of bond that we can all have together. So there's a few things that we're going to break it down to two parts, and then we're going to combine them. Okay? So the first part is flying.
Yep.
So flying usually means a bunch of stuff. So Peggy already mentioned that she wants things to change, wants to try something new, something different. And so depending on where she is, she might be in a lockdown at the moment. Her life in general is quite difficult because of COVID right now. So that makes sense but it would be interesting to see if you've always had these dreams or if this is a recent thing.
Yeah. Like, has she recently been having all these flying dreams or has this always happened?
Yeah, because like it can mean things like new opportunities. You want to try and make a positive change in your life.
Yeah.
You want to go something creatively. Like it's a lot of different things.
I see flying as a very positive thing because, you know.
Yeah, it's freeing.
Exactly. You took the words right out of my mouth.
Flew out of your mouth and into my brain.
Ew.
That's how it works.
But yeah,
was it you?
I don't see flying as a negative thing.
No, it's. I don't think flying. Usually, flying is only negative if something comes up, but usually it's usually. You could interpret it as negative if your current situation is bad. Does that make sense?
Yes, but even if you're in a bad situation, the symbolism of flying could be that you're about to come out of it or you're ready to get out of it.
Yeah, you're preparing for that new change.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And see, the bicycle to me symbolizes balance, I feel. Because, you know, you know when you're on a bike, there's two wheels. And, you know, you got to balance.
Yeah, that's usually the bi. That's the bi.
Well, I'm assuming she's not on a what's it called? No, what's the one? A penny
Unicycle?
farthing. Yeah, a penny farthing.
A penny farthing? What the heck? You are an ancient human being.
That's got two wheels, sorry. I meant a unicycle. But yeah, you've got two wheels, so you have to balance. And it's moving also in the right direction as well. That's kind of how I see the symbol, like the bicycle.
So okay. So combining I agree with you. I agree with you on that point. How
Mm.
we agree.
I
That's
know,
amazing.
it's weird.
Ugh, it's weird being on the same wavelength. So it is that kind of your body or your body and mind is ready for new opportunities, but you're doing it in a balanced approach where you're trying to seek opportunities, or you're currently in a process of change or wanting to change, but
Yep.
you don't want to. If anything, it's probably a more conservative approach.
Yeah.
You want to be safe about it. You want things to be done right, which is good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's positive.
Well,
We're positive.
Yeah.
Positive Peggy.
Yeah.
There
Thanks,
you go.
Peggy. Thanks for submitting that. And if anyone else has
Thanks
a dream,
so much.
send it through and we will feature it on our podcast.
Yeah, you can send it through via email at whatdoyoudreampodcast@gmail.com. You can hit us on our socials at whatdoyoudreampodcast on Facebook and
That
Instagram.
you can. Now, Nick, you said you were telling me earlier that you've had a dream.
I have had a dream. And it kind of another one of those dreams that threw me for a loop. That was kind of made me go very hardcore introspective, and it actually resulted in some action in my life, which usually doesn't happen with dreams.
What kind of action do
ready?
do we need to put like a M15 plus warning on this?
Yeah. Okay. You know what? Let's just say.
Also, it is that kind of action.
Advice.
Are we talking about sideways running?
It's not
here?
like there was. Where nothing like all over the clothes, all like PG-13.
Okay, so no sideways running.
No side. That took me a minute. I'm just like, what are you talking about?
That just went right over your head, didn't it?
That just right over my big head. That's... Okay. So.
Okay, go.
For me, right now, I have a tentative trip planned for Brisbane. And I'm going to be meeting a friend there, and a bunch of my friends are going to be coming up with me. No, don't be so because the flight just got cancelled.
Oh,
and I'm like,
sucks.
So it's still early days. I think that anyway, that's beside the point. So this dream takes place in Brisbane. Mm-hmm. So that's where we're going. Mm-hmm. And it's gonna be a 21st. And yes, I am old. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be one of the older people there. I think the oldest person there. Oh God, what's wrong? Anyway, so we go to this. We meet up, and I think it's like in the middle of this trip. So I've woken up, moving around, and my buddies and all that are like, okay, let's go to the club. We go to this club, but it's more of like a RSL. Like an RSL, for people who don't know, it's kind of. It's hard. How do you explain an RSL?
It's where pensioners go to hang out and gamble and eat, drink, have fun. It's what does RSL stand for again? Rotary
Royal Service.
Oh, okay.
Rotary something league.
Yeah, they're mostly dedicated to our war veterans. Yeah. So it's it's just like a massive club where older people go.
I got the name.
Okay, what is it?
Returned and Services League.
Oh, there you go. Okay, that makes sense.
So it's
But yeah, it's
so it's a weird place because it's an odd mix of old and young.
Yeah.
Because usually it's like it's part mini casino, part restaurant, part bar, part community center. It's a lot of different parts, and usually it's quite cheap drinks, which is why a lot of young people go there to pregame, and then a lot of old people hang out there because of like community stuff, gambling, regrettably, and drinking also regrettably.
Yeah.
So it's a big cultural thing for Australia.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
Just a bit of context behind that. They're everywhere. So anyway. So we go to this kind of it's fancy. It's a really fancy one where like we're going there. We're gonna get like I'm dressed up. My hair's slicked back. I've actually still got my mane. And I look good. I actually spent, I'm pretty sure in the dream, like 5 minutes dream time, looking at myself, going like, "Damn, you're ready. You're ready to kill, player."
A little
and
pep
I said
talk.
It like that.
Yep.
Little pep talk. Yeah. But like the goal wasn't to meet anybody because it was there for it was just there to have fun with friends. Anyway. So we go there and we meet and my friend introduces this person, and I'm prefacing this now. This person, I don't know this person. I don't know this name, and I don't know anyone who looks like this.
Mm-hmm.
So So, hey, this is Emily. And I was like, oh, hey, Emily. And so think of who's the actress in New Girl?
Oh, Zooey Deschanel.
Yeah, think of her.
Mm-hmm.
But like a short version of her.
That is so your type.
Yeah.
That is like so your type.
Yeah, it was like my time.
Yeah.
And then, anyway, so we both lock, immediate, like, butterflies.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, it's not, there's a lot of talking, just very, like, natural. And then things like, then she just pounces on me and just making out crazy all over the shop.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of heavy touching.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm having all these, like, good feelings, not so much like you're like, oh yeah, I'm aroused. It was more of like a higher level,
yeah, like you're happy,
emotional feeling.
Yeah.
It was weird. It's weird feeling happy. Like, cause yeah, I was really, really happy. I was just like really excited. I wasn't really thinking about anything else, just really like in the moment and enjoying it. And then it ended with my friend had a fight with another one of his friends, where apparently he got disowned by his family.
Oh.
And then I said, look, I have to help my friend. Like, I'd like to meet you again. And then I woke up. That was a dream.
That's one of your most
It's
normal dreams you've ever had.
I know.
Because that could actually happen.
Like, I know.
Like, you could actually go to Brizzy and find your, like, Zooey Deschanel.
I could.
Mm.
But, no.
But they cancelled your flight, didn't they?
That's my flight. Looks like I gotta drive. That's all I gotta do.
You don't drive.
It's okay. I got friends who drive. I know how to play the game.
Yeah.
Sucker.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I kind of just see this as you imagining what you could be missing out on.
Okay. Like, just...
Yeah.
I didn't know about the flight cancellation when I had the dream.
Oh, well, you could have said that before I I started talking.
Well,
now you just made me look stupid.
Small talk. I mean, that's not hard.
No, it's not.
I'm really mean.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, it was... Do you think your imagination was just running wild of all the possibilities that could happen? Like, you're finally going somewhere, because we haven't been able to leave New South Wales for ages, and all the possibilities that could happen once you go to Brizzy. Like, it's a new place, different people. You know, could you have thought, oh, maybe, you know, this could be a new start for me. New look, new Nick, new girl, new
look.
You know, new surroundings.
Then I leave. Then I'm gone forever. No.
Could just be you fantasizing about, you know, how excited you were about going and the thought of maybe actually meeting someone.
That's fun. Yeah, I didn't think of that. I didn't think of it from that perspective.
Okay, how did you think of it?
So, my perspective was that I'm finally I'm finally ready again to open myself up to, like, romantically.
Yeah, I think that too. I think
I think that's also that you could add that on to what you've already said.
Definitely.
Because it's like, look, this isn't a brag. I got a lot of matches, a lot of apps, and I don't do anything with them.
You have too many apps. You need to get off the apps and start meeting people normally. But then I guess apps it's the norm now, isn't it? Meeting someone in an app.
Look, some of us didn't meet our soulmate like 10 years ago in a club in the Cross. So
I did not meet my husband at the Cross, thank you very much.
Okay, sorry. I'm thinking of someone else.
Yeah. I met a lot of other people at the Cross, but not my husband.
Oh my.
No.
Saucy.
I was a hussy back in the day. No.
Clip that. We could use that in future episodes.
Yeah, because when something big's about to happen, or you're about to
Mm,
go traveling and you get really excited about it, you tend to dream. I have done it many times where I know I'll be going somewhere. Like I have family in Victoria, and when I used to visit, I would dream about visiting them before I actually went.
mm, Oh, that's interesting because that goes to like that whole point on dreaming where it's like a practicing practicing in your brain before you do something. It's like preparing yourself if something happens.
Yeah.
That's why you can possibly get deja vu because you've already run it through in your head.
Yeah.
Think about that.
It's like your brain mentally preparing yourself. All right, Nick, now don't be an idiot. Don't make yourself look stupid. This is what
Oh
could
no.
happen.
Oh,
So.
this is what could happen.
Yeah.
I could meet my what's her name again? I forgot her name. I'm
Zoe.
so bad at this. Zoe.
No
Could
wonder
meet my
you're
little
single.
my no wonder I was yeah. I can meet my Zoe and be like, yo, Zoe, how you going, girl?
Yeah,
Okay.
she would
I
just
think I
turn
can
around and
survive
walk
still
away.
single. It's true. They'd be like, no, thank you.
But I know
No, thank you. Okay.
before, like weeks before I was getting married, I would dream about getting married all the time. Like every dream I had
Mm.
was about me getting married because it was coming up so fast. So it does
So,
happen.
yeah.
When something
Okay.
big's about to happen or you're about to go on a trip or whatever, you do tend to dream
Mm-hmm.
about it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah. Okay. I think I'm happy with that interpretation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
I'll
also
allow
do
it.
like that now that you're happy to, be out and open and ready for a Mrs. Nick to come along.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't. You almost said the last. You're thinking like, should I say his last name? Like, don't drop
I
the last
knew
name
I
on the
wasn't.
podcast.
I'm not that stupid.
Oh, Mrs.
Mrs.
Nick.
Nick.
So what is your last name? Nick? Yes, it's Nick.
It's
Nick.
Nick. Nicholas
It's
Nick.
like really.
Wait, is your full name
Yeah.
Nicholas? Like, is that on your birth certificate or is it Nick?
Yeah.
Nicholas.
Yep. Nicholas is my full name. Nicholas,
Mhm.
not with a K. It's not the Greek version.
Yeah.
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 I get so many different Nicks when people like type stuff to me. It's like, hey Nick with a K. I'm like, nope.
I feel
but
like
okay.
Nick with a K would be like a female nickname for a Nicole.
See, I take that. Yeah. Or they drop the K. They did the NIC.
Yeah.
Which I also see as a female
Yeah.
shortened nickname.
Yeah. No
And
offense to
but I'm
any.
noticing it more and more.
No offense to any males who do go by NIK or NIC. We're just.
I have a completely different opinion. This is complete offense to you people, and that's what I said. No, nothing but love here, people. Nothing but love here in dreams.
Of
Let's be
course.
real.
Of course. Well, yeah, I
So,
think
yeah,
we got to the bottom of your one.
Well, so I said I had a bit of call to action. I actually ended up messaging all the women I had like pending who I hadn't messaged on my apps. So I was like, I'll just do it. I'm gonna do it.
And
Let's see what
roughly how
happens.
many women was that?
8.
Okay.
It's a lot for a dude.
That is a lot. Yep. I wasn't going to say
Yeah.
it, but you did. So, yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's strange. I have this weird like mental block with dating where it's like I get the match and I go, I'm attractive, and then that's about it. I don't follow up on it because I'm like, I'm scared. I don't
You
want to
just
get
like
hurt
going off the
again.
high. You go off the high of someone like matching with you, and then you're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
I'm done.
And you're like, I'm gonna play some video games. I'm gonna get my dopamine somewhere else. I don't need a meaningful relationship. This is fine.
Oh man. Or maybe instead of people submitting their dreams, they can submit some dating advice for you.
Oh yeah, dream dating advice, and I can practice it in my dreams. I'll try and lucid dream it in to reality. I could do that.
Yeah. Try it with your binaural
Yeah.
beats next time.
Oh my god, I think my brain's gonna melt. I
Yeah.
have not slept well like all week. It's been
Really?
messing with me. I think that's why I've been having these dreams as well. Like, yeah, I've been having awful sleep. Awful.
Oh.
If anyone's got any advice, let me know. But speaking of advice, do you want to advise me about your dreams?
Yes. I had a really, really short one and it's just bits and pieces. So all I remember is being in a car driving and I had 2 ice creams in each hand, but it was like a Macca's like 50-cent cone, soft serve kind of ice cream. And I just remember trying to drive and I couldn't change gear because I had a manual car. And I had a dilemma of what do I do with my ice cream in my left hand because I can't change gears while holding my ice cream. That was it. That's all I remember. I just remember I love ice cream.
What kind of flavor was it?
Oh, it's just your Macca's soft serve, so like vanilla.
Okay, that's right.
Do you listen?
You know, like a Mr. Whippy.
Yeah.
We've had a look. I'm gonna take this off the dream for a minute. I do have a good analysis for the dream, but lately we've had a Mr. Whippy van that worked out that my family likes Mr. Whippy. So every Saturday we hear the music go by, and then we just run out in my PJs going like, "Stop the drug! I need my ice cream."
We have a Mr. Whippy too. He comes every second day though, because there's heaps of kids that live down my street or in my area. It's a very family orientated suburb.
Dense.
Yeah.
And so you stick out as like the young couple that's never gonna have babies, or maybe I don't know.
We have a dog that counts, right? But
yeah,
we decided to get it once because it stopped just a house down from our street, and there were kids. They were all just kids out there because their parents had obviously given them money. And then out walked me and my husband, just looking like.
I mean, you would have blended in.
Well, yeah, I did. Him not so much. And I'm like, he's like, "What would you like?" I'm like, "I just want an ice cream, please." Like the child that I am.
Were you in respectable clothing at least?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I was in like my PJs.
Oh
with,
no.
Christmas themed. I was wearing a singlet, like I'm wearing a singlet now. You can't see it in the recording, and I'm pretty sure I had holes in the singlet. And I was just like, "Oh, can I just get a chocolate one with a flake in it? Thanks." I make it 2, and he goes, "No worries, buddy." Look, and they had a whole conversation with me, but he had a really thick, I don't know what kind of accent it was, and I was just like, I don't want to talk anymore. I want my ice
just want my ice cream.
I hate when people like. It's just you don't want to go. I don't understand what you're saying because you don't want to be rude.
Yeah.
And also, it's like I just want this doesn't need to be a long interaction. We can just get this done and go.
Yes, just hand me my ice cream so I can go and eat it like weird. The fatty I am.
Yeah, and it's like I talk to people for a living. All kind of issues and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
When it comes to like ordering certain foods, my brain just regresses to a child. I'm like, I want to do this, please. Okay, I don't want to look at you in the eye. I don't know how to deal with you.
That was literally me standing out the front of the Mr. Whippy. Where my husband had the money in his hand. I was like, pay the man.
Just you point like I want that.
I want that one.
And it's like, well, what does it say?
Yes.
I just want one with sprinkles. Does it want single or double?
That's exactly what went down.
Oh my god! It's like, oh god damn! It's so funny how that happens. Like one of the best things in life was being able to order stuff online, not having to call people up, because I hate calling people up. I used to have nightmares of calling people up like when I was younger.
But it's also like I also hate when I'm in a shop and I'm minding my own business browsing, and then someone comes up to me and goes, "Hi, can I help you?" Okay, I know that's their job, but I will come to you if I want your help. I don't need you coming to me suggesting items when I know exactly what I want. So don't bother me. I'm browsing. If I need your help, I will come up to you.
Sounds like you're a bitch.
I am. It's just really frustrating. It's and my mum's the worst because I'll say, "Oh, I'm looking for, say, a black skirt." And so we'll walk into a shop, and before we even browse, Mum will just go straight up to the store assistant and go, "Hi, do you have any black skirts?" I'm like, "I will come to you if I need your help." It's so frustrating.
Mom!
Yeah, exactly.
Mom, what are you doing?
Exactly. And then like the assistant will bring out like 6 fugly skirts and I don't like any of them. So then I have to be the bitch and be like, "No, I don't want any of these." When she's just wasted all this time going around the store looking for these black skirts when I don't like any of them. And all could have been avoided if no one went up to her. If I just did my thing in the store and then left.
That's very okay. Well, I always ask ask a female assistant if I can for clothing advice, or I bring a female friend because I don't know shit about. Because I'll ask a female friend at work, be like, "Hey, can you help me pick stuff out at lunch?"
Mm-hmm.
They usually They usually dig it.
That was normally me.
And then I usually, yeah, you or the other friend. She knows who she is.
She does. Yeah.
So back to the dream.
Okay, sorry. Yeah, ice
Back
cream.
to the dream instead of talking about our anxieties and ice cream. So, I think it's a mixture of two things.
Mm-hmm.
So, you got the structure of the car.
Yeah.
And I think that is following a set path because like cars drive on the roads are set out for you, and there's only one way to take it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So that's your destination.
Mm-hmm.
That's like where you're going.
Yeah.
The ice cream represents that treat.
Ooh.
That
Yep.
something you really like.
Mm-hmm.
And you're having to balance your life. It's kind of very similar to Peggy's dream. You're balancing what you like kind of with what you have to do to get to the end goal. I don't know but that predestined end goal, and you're having this conflict of, do I just pull over or do I take another route so I can have this ice cream, this thing that I really want? Or do I have to follow the constraints of society that's put forward in front of me? That's what I take that as, because the ice cream's the treat.
Yeah.
Ice cream's this like, it's this thing that you can't indulge, but you want to indulge in. You want to, because the two could be for you and your husband. Is like, but at the same time, you would probably be thinking, I need to get this ice cream to, get my ice cream to him. But I think it's more likely that it's this. The two is the indulgence. You're getting more than one.
Yeah.
That you really want to. Maybe it's look, I'm going to throw it out there, maybe a creative pursuit that you want to endeavor in. Maybe something like that. Something you want to change, that you want to... It'd be something that's not indulgent. Indulgent is the wrong word, but something that you really like that you want to partake in.
Yeah.
How do you think about that?
Or could it be that I'm being a little bit selfish of having two ice creams when one is more than enough?
Ooh. Okay. It's that cuz you could just it ends up becoming a thing of, do I sacrifice a little bit of what I want so that I can still get what I eat, literally get my ice cream and eat it too.
Yeah, exactly.
So that you could just throw it out the window, or I don't know why you didn't like grab it and put the other one on top of the other.
Yeah.
And go,
super cone.
and then you freed up the hand.
Super ice cream.
Doop,
yeah.
And then you give the cone to your dog, and then you eat the rest of the ice cream.
Why couldn't I just be driving an automatic car? I mean, why did it have to be manual? I could have eaten both ice creams if it was automatic.
It's the commitment. It's that commitment to the path. That's what it is.
Well, I've just looked up what ice cream means in dreams, and apparently it signifies luck, success in love, and satisfaction in your life in general.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm trying to think I think if it was by itself, yeah, but I think it's because it's pairing up with the car.
Yeah.
That is a very interesting interpretation.
And because it's two ice creams, not one, as well.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think, the success in love, that's a wash for you. We all know that. I mean, what? Nah. Luck. See, I find luck interesting because it's your perception of luck on yourself, or your subconscious luck.
Yeah.
So has something happened that you feel like that was lucky? They're like, oh, that was lucky.
No.
No, nothing.
No,
like that?
but see, yeah, I agree. The whole success in love, that's just bullcrap to me. But I get the satisfaction in your life because, when I do get to eat the ice cream, it's so satisfying.
It's
that
true.
That kind of makes sense.
You are getting that like,
yeah.
I am satisfied right now.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't care about the calories.
What calories?
What calories? Calories don't exist.
Not with ice cream.
Imagine if you could get to the point with lucid dreaming where you could eat whatever the hell you wanted and like felt satiated when you woke up. Like,
yeah,
that'd be great.
Yeah.
It's like,
maybe you should try it.
It'd be so nice. And then it turns out that I've been sleep eating and I gained like 100 kilos, and I'm like, I used to like going to the gym, but
people
now I just
do
like
sleep eat though. People do sleep eat. It's a thing.
Yeah, well, it's very similar. It's the same branch as sleepwalking.
Yeah.
It's just that It's like, I think I remember hearing certain people who sleepwalked would also like can put stuff in weird places. So like grab someone's purse and put it in the fridge,
Yeah.
or like hide the car keys in the oven. God, that would not be like that. That'd be so bad. It's like, but yeah, sleep eating would be really frustrating if you
We're trying to lose weight.
didn't know. Yeah, because you just be like, I'm not losing any weight.
Yeah,
Because
why not? Yeah.
you're not aware of it.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah. Oh, apparently sleep related eating disorder. It's actually a disorder.
Oh.
It's not even just like, it's actually quite involved. So according to the Mayo Clinic, sleep related eating disorder involves frequent episodes of out of control eating and drinking while in a state of sleep. You may be partially or fully unaware of your behavior while preparing and eating food, with little to no memory of the action the next morning.
Yeah, right. That would really suck if you were trying to lose weight, hey?
So, here you go. Sleep. So the causes, sleep-related eating disorders usually occur during the non-rapid eye movement sleep in the first half of the night, and is associated with the transition from non-rapid eye movement to arousal during sleep. Arousal being like aware stimulation, not the hanky-panky. The exact mechanism of which it occurs is not known, but sleep-related eating disorders often occur in people who have a history of sleepwalking, so these conditions may be related. I wonder if it has to do with if they have a predisposition to... wait, here we go. Here's the risk factors. So, sleep-related eating disorders is more common in women. I honestly would have thought it would be men. I don't know why. Yeah. Or maybe it's that subconscious suppression. Yeah. Like women would be more... I feel like
it would be more common in women.
So it starts at their teenage years or early 20s. Okay, so here's the risk factors.
Yeah.
Increased risk of developing blah blah blah. Other sleep disorders such as obstructive sleep apnea, so that's when you can't breathe properly.
Yep.
Sleepwalking, narcolepsy, and restless leg syndrome.
Oh, I have restless leg syndrome.
Ooh, but you're not in your early 20s anymore. So
No, I've passed.
Is restless leg syndrome? Is that like?
It is. Okay, it is so hard to explain, but it's this feeling of your legs start to hurt, and you can't. The only way of alleviating that pain is by moving your legs. So it mostly happens at night. And it occurs more in women than it does in men, especially pregnant women. They can get it really bad. It comes in mild forms, and then it comes in severe forms. Mild forms are just you get pains in your legs, and the only way to help ease it is to move your legs or move around or massage your legs. Sometimes it can get really, really bad where you just can't move your leg. Like the pain is so bad that even if you're moving your legs, you just can't get rid of it. But it's such a weird feeling. So I'll get it when I'm just about to go to sleep. So I'll be lying in bed, and then I don't even know how to explain the pain. It's just if I don't move my legs, the pain just gradually gets worse and worse and worse to the point where I have to get out of bed and walk around.
Wow, that's crazy.
It is. And honestly, I thought I was going...
Have you seen anyone for it?
No, I really should. Because
what the hell?
I know. I'm one of those people who like hate going to the doctor because I feel like just going to be, it comes back if it gets worse, but it is getting worse. So I hadn't had it for months. Like I'm talking months. And then recently it started back up again. And yeah, it's such a weird feeling and a weird kind of pain.
There is a bunch of treatment options. I'm not... Okay, prefacing this now, I am not a doctor. Anything I say is not admissible, and do not say that I sent you these certain things.
But they do say take, is it magnesium? Iron, yeah. Magnesium tablets.
I double dose magnesium.
Can help.
You got lifestyle changes. Yes. I mean, you're not a big drinker.
No.
You don't smoke.
No. I have looked
You
at
probably
what
haven't been
the
exercising as much, have you? Like comparative to what you were?
no, but I do try and I do try and exercise for at least 40 minutes a day while in
Mm-hmm.
lockdown.
I think that's good.
Yeah, but they don't really know what causes it. So there is no cure for it. It's something to do
There's
with
just a
your
bunch of things
brain.
that can work.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's something they say it's something to do with your brain and some kind of chemical reaction that's happening in your brain that causes your legs to feel that pain, but they don't actually know what the cause is and why it happens.
They've got anti-seizure drugs,
Mm,
dopamine agents.
mm.
What else they got? Opioids? Nah, don't do
Yeah,
that.
see, there's
Or
some.
benzos. No, don't do that either.
See, the opioids are for the really, really severe cases.
Yeah. And
Uh,
I've also got iron.
yeah. And I think I am low in iron, which is probably why it's happening to me. But I need to
And
go.
women generally have are more likely to be lower in iron than
Yeah,
men.
yeah. But when it started happening, it's been happening for years, but when it started, I honestly thought I was going crazy. Like, I really thought, what the hell is happening to me? And it wasn't only till a few years after it started, I decided to I literally Googled, my legs hurt at night. And yeah, that's what I Googled.
First thing, tumor.
Yeah, it told me I was going to die in 6 months. So, and then nothing really sort of, from that search, there wasn't anything that really related to what was happening to me. So then my next search was can't stop moving legs at night. And then that's when restless leg syndrome came up, and it shook me. I couldn't believe it was actually a thing. And then the more I started talking to other women about it, they were like, oh my God, I have that too. And even they didn't know it was a thing.
Oh, you could say it really knocked you off your feet,
It
right?
did.
I was sitting on that for so long.
That was a good one. But yes, it really did. So yeah, there's a little restless leg syndrome information for you.
Well, that's interesting. Oh, because then there's that interesting thing of like, so going back to the sleep eating, if it's typically found in women, then if you notice that it's more, restless leg seems to be more in women as well. Like, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, that kind of, that's really, okay. So what else? So coming back to the sleep, I'm still, that's crazy, restless legs.
Yeah, it really is.
Oh,
It's
man.
honestly the weirdest
It's
sensation.
Funny. Because I see some like medication like side effects, and it says may cause restless leg syndrome.
Yeah,
and I'm like, what the hell is that? Whatever. Gulp.
Yeah, interesting.
So now I know a bit more. What else? Okay, so what else can cause sleep eating? Hypnotic sleep medications, such as okay, there you go, antidepressants, antipsychotics, and other medications.
Yep.
Having a daytime sleeping eating disorder. Man, my eyes were just like, what? A daytime eating disorder such as bulimia or anorexia.
Really?
That makes sense?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess.
Because you would end up doing the same thing. Because, especially, I think it'd probably be worse than bulimics, right? Or maybe, no, actually, it makes sense in both of them because they're probably both wanting to, their body's like yearning for that pain and they can't actively suppress it.
Yeah.
Then you've got what else causes it? Mental health disorders such as stress, anxiety, and depression. They kind of link. They're all kind of. You can see how they're all kind of comorbid together.
Yeah.
The clinical term is comorbidity.
Yeah, there you go. I learned something new today.
Yeah.
And so did
it's
you.
like because like depression. Yeah. So depression can have problems with sleep. And then you take antidepressants. Antidepressants can cause the problem. You see, they all kind of like make that kind of link.
Yeah.
Same with that anti-anxiety drugs. Which having a first-degree relative, who has sleep-related eating disorder or sleepwalking, and also sleep deprivation. Damn, you wouldn't want to be a pregnant mother who's bulimic on antidepressants, has depression, and mum who's had a sleeping disorder, and you have a baby.
Yeah.
Like, because that's like you're stuffed.
Yeah, that'd be tough.
That's so interesting. So, and the biggest problem is, of course, weight gain, but more so about eating things that you're not meant to eat.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Like, say if you were a diabetic and you had this problem and you were eating lots of sugary foods, that would be really bad.
That'd be so bad.
Or if you had a food allergy, say you had a nut allergy and you go eat a packet of nuts.
And you had an anaphylactic shock.
Yeah.
Ooh,
How dangerous could
really
that
scary.
get?
That could be really bad because you'd just be like, why did you eat? Because you wouldn't. Because if someone ate something and they're like, oh, I had peanuts, holy crap, EpiPen me now.
Yeah.
Because you're not going to be like that in your dream. You're just going to go to sleep and die from anaphylaxis.
Yeah. Oh, that's a scary thought.
See, it's funny. It starts as like a funny like sitcom thing, and then you think about it even more, and you're like, wow, this is really dark.
Yeah, it's really dark.
Really dark. Wow. That's Okay, you see, you got me interested now in restless leg syndrome. Like, so is this because do you get it when you're lying down? Like, if you're just like chilling?
Yeah, pretty much. Like,
so you get it like the beach?
Not so much at the beach. It's more towards the end of the day, so it more hits me in the late afternoon, coming on to nighttime. But sometimes I'll just be sitting on the couch watching a movie, and all of a sudden the pain will creep up on me in like a couple seconds, and it'll just like I'll just feel this like burst of pain in my leg. Like it just creeps up on me and then I have to get up and move.
Yeah, see the doctor. This is a public service announcement for anyone who has any current problems, pre-existing or ongoing. Please see your medical professional as soon as possible. It's like you watch that show Embarrassing Bodies?
Yeah.
Like, it frustrates me, that show.
Why?
Because it's like, oh, I had this like horrible rash and I had it for like 30 years. It's like, oh, well, did you see anyone about it? No, I didn't want to go to the doctor.
That's
like,
me.
Why? Don't know. Isn't it?
That's me.
Like, and then you're like, yeah. And then they'd be like, you'd be like, oh yeah, my leg really hurts. It's been really rough lately. Just like, my sleep's been disrupted. Oh yeah. We got like a bunch of stuff we can deal with it like pretty effectively. That's not really invasive, but hey, don't trust the doctors.
But see, sometimes I understand why they're not going, because it is really hard to find a good GP. Like, it is very hard to find a decent GP who will sit there and actually listen to what's wrong with you. Most of them I have found, this is just me personally, but I'll walk in and I'll say something's wrong, and they 8 times out of 10 will be like, oh, if it still hurts in a week, come back. And it's just like, it's been hurting for months and I'm finally seeing you and you're telling me if it hurts for an extra week to come back.
Interesting. See, I had the complete opposite problem.
Oh, what?
Sometimes seeing a doctor goes on too long because we're talking about too much. And then I'm like, this is meant to be a 20-minute visit, now I'm crying.
That's because you just can't shut up. You talk too much.
No, I'm very, very non-talkative when I go anything professional, because I just don't want to. I just want it to be done. So I'm just like, I want to do fun stuff now.
And I just don't have time to go to the doctor. And then you book an appointment.
Everyone has time to go to the doctor.
No, you book an appointment for 9:30, and then you get there at 9:25, and you don't go in till about 10 o'clock. So you're waiting for 35 minutes when your appointment was half an hour ago. And then you're in there for 5 minutes and they're like, okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Well, look, if anyone's got any GP recommendations, just make sure you email us at whatdoyoudreampodcast@gmail.com.
Or if you are a GP, let us know what I can do about my restless leg syndrome, because it is starting to really do me in.
And then Kristi will send you her Medicare card so that you can get paid.
If you're in Australia. If you're overseas, then then do it for a friend. Illegal. Do it for a friend.
Just do it for a mate. Just say the script fell off the back of a truck. That's what happens, right? Well, on that illicit note, I'd like to say thank you so much for listening to the podcast. If indeed you still are, keep dreaming, keep memeing, and being cool. That did not end as well as I thought it would.
No.
But you know what? I'm going with it. I've been Nick with Kristi. This has been the What Do You Dream podcast. Thank you and goodbye.